heritage. Prize winner in the category Conservation, the Kesalahti Church Bell Tower in Finland. This subterranean building, 19 kilometres in length, is a unique relic of the Cold War era. After the end of the Cold War, the bunker was abandoned and largely dismantled. The jury states, an authentically preserved monument of the East-West conflict and a symbol of the fact that Europe has overcome the split which formerly divided the continent. Prize winner in the category Conservation, the government bunker documentation site in Bad Neuenahr-Ahrweiler in Germany. The extensive ruins of this city, spread today across a picturesque rural area untouched by development, are some of the best preserved in the Eastern Mediterranean. The jury commends the successful transformation of this abandoned and neglected site into a well-organised, visitor-friendly and attractive archaeological park. Prize winner in the category Conservation, the archaeological site of Nicopolis in Epirus in Greece. The restoration of this Baroque and classical-style mansion included a glass roof over the courtyard, a scientific pavilion, and the revitalisation of the gardens, and was co-financed by the European Union. The jury states, an outstanding example of harmonious coexistence of a careful historical restoration and the incorporation of contemporary architecture. Prize winner in the category Conservation, the Matra Museum in Gyöngyös in Hungary. Originally built in the 15th century, the church was severely damaged by an earthquake in November 2004, which brought parts of the church into critical condition. The jury states, the restoration of this church is profound. The monument, ever vulnerable to seismic activity, has a central place in the socio-cultural identity of its community. Prize winner in the category Conservation, Chiesa di Santi Faustino e Giovito in Fassano in Italy. This slaughterhouse, cattle market and boario field complex covers an impressive 105,000 square metres. The complex was abandoned in 1975. The jury states, this abandoned food industry complex has been transformed into a useful social and cultural centre in a neighbourhood that was in need of such quality institutions. Prize winner in the category Conservation, Macro Future and Alternative Economy City in Rome, Italy. This monumental ensemble where history, art and science come together and mix with contemporary features is one of Portugal's most representative monuments. The jury appreciates the minimal intervention approach used in this restoration project. This project demonstrated exemplary use of both traditional and new technologies. Prize winner in the category Conservation, Via Latina, Universidade de Coimbra in Portugal. A decaying 15th century farmhouse being used for livestock had been abandoned and pillaged, but now the restoration of this historic building is a reality. The jury is impressed with the long, elaborate and detailed restoration project of this 15th century farmhouse that the owners undertook in order to bring it back to its original glory. Prize winner in the category Conservation, La Caseria de Tomillos in Alcalá del Valle in Spain. The roof, the tower and 3 entrance doorways of this church were in serious state of deterioration and desperately needed to be restored. The jury finds the project to be an exemplary illustration of expertise and dedication, which ultimately led to the discovery of forgotten heritage treasures. Prize winner in the category Conservation, the Church of Santa Maria la Mayor in Colmenar de Orea in Spain. When these mills closed in 1989, the site was stripped and became increasingly derelict and dangerous. Now it is all beautifully restored. What impressed the jury about this project was the sheer stamina and determination of the sponsors over quite a long period to save this significant industrial site. Prize winner in the category Conservation, Stanley Mills in Stanley in the United Kingdom. This building in mud and straw at the heart of a small community for almost 2 centuries served as a school and church. It had fallen into neglect, threatening the vulnerable clay fabric. The jury felt it appropriate to give an award to this humble and inexpensive project in recognition of the local community's success in saving this important building. Prize winner in the category Conservation, Logie Schoolhouse in Crago in the United Kingdom. These charming premises were restored and enhanced by a new building which harmonises with the surrounding harbour structures, water and piers to house an important art collection. The jury is impressed with the way this art centre, with its new architecture, reflects the remarkable light and atmosphere encountered by anyone travelling to this island fishing village. Prize winner in the category Conservation, the Pier Art Centre in Stromness, the Orkney Islands, in the United Kingdom. This bridge is the oldest of those currently spanning the River Tyne and is one of the UK's most historic railway structures. The jury states, The level of engineering professionalism shown in this project, from original research into the fatigue performance of cast iron, is very impressive. Prize winner in the category Conservation, High-Level Bridge in Newcastle Gateshead in the United Kingdom.
Now I'd like to invite Europa Nostra's President, Her Royal Highness the Infanta Doña Pilar de Borbon, to come forward and to open the sealed envelopes containing the names of the 4 grand prize winners in Category 1. Number 1 is the Kesalati Church Bell Tower in Finland.
Grazie, Europa Nostra. I have great pleasure to receive this award on behalf of many partners which made this project possible. First of all, I want to thank my excellent team, my friends and colleagues, architect Antti Pihkala, restoration master Erkki Hiipakka, engineer Soile Karhinen, and architect Osmo Kartti. Thank you all.
The grand prize also goes to Matra Museum in Hungary.
We can only express our gratitude to our jury and to our chairman of this jury, who prized our efforts almost 7 years long. And attempting to show the people the high level and the multicultural appearance of this building complex. Thank you very much.
And another lovely prize goes to High-Level Bridge, Newcastle Gateshead, United Kingdom.
On behalf of Network Rail, it is a great honour to receive this award for the conservation, repair and strengthening of the high-level bridge in Newcastle and Gateshead. This Grade 1 listed building is an iconic structure. It's one of the finest examples of architectural ironwork in the world and the best example of a tied arch construction. 7 years of hard work and £40 million went into protecting and restoring the bridge, which is once again being used by hundreds of people every day. Thank you.
And the grand prize for conservation goes to Chiesa dei Santi Faustino e Giovita, Fasano di Gardone Riviera, Lago di Guardia, Brescia, Italy.
Siamo commossi e felici sicuramente di questo premio, che per noi è molto importante, di grande soddisfazione, ma ancor più perché è un importante premio monetario che noi desideriamo devolvere alla ricerca, a un'associazione no profit che seriamente si occupi e severamente della ricerca per il restauro, il ripristino dei borghi storici colpiti dal sisma in Abruzzo. Grazie.
Mr. Jan Fiegel, European Commissioner responsible for education, culture, training and youth, was looking very much forward to be with us tonight. Unfortunately, at the last moment, he had to make a very difficult decision and be somewhere else. He fortunately delegated Dr. Bert Bierwert, member of his cabinet, to represent him. We're delighted, Bert, that you are with us tonight, and thank you very much for having brought in your suitcase also a DVD with a video message of Mr. Jan Fiegel, European Commissioner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret that I cannot be with you in Sicily ad personam to take part in the celebration of excellence in the field of cultural heritage conservation, interpretation and education in Europe, in the truly magnificent setting of the antique amphitheatre in Taormina. Nevertheless, I wish to send my sincerest compliments to all the award winners for their achievements. You have done truly magnificent work and deserve European-scale recognition. The chosen accomplishments and the people involved in them show that heritage is not simply about restoring and conserving things from our past. It is also about actively bringing our common heritage into the present and making it a part of our daily lives. This year's award ceremony coincides with the elections for the European Parliament, and this occasion offers the opportunity to reflect on what we have achieved over the course of time by working together within the Union. Solidarity, peace, justice, and even now, as our economies are slowing down, prosperity, and also to recall the central role of culture in the ongoing process of European integration. You see, in many ways, Europe is like an old and much loved building or house. It needs our persistent and daily care. Of course, we are all aware that we can only take care of Europe and achieve our aims if we are open